This matchup is manageable, but it is very annoying. All Cassante will do for essentially the entire laning phase is do his Q into auto, and then Q into auto, and then Q into auto. And he will slowly chip you down that way. You also can't ult him until he uses his W and his ult. Both his W and his ultimate cancel out your ult. So you need to wait for his first W, then you need to wait for his ultimate, and then you need to wait for his second W because his ultimate refreshes the cooldown of the W. The only way you don't have to wait for that entire chain to pass is if he wastes his W and you are outside of his ultimate range and use your own, because that way he can't use it to cancel yours. But usually when he uses W, he uses it right next to you, so it's basically impossible to do that reliably. Usually I like to go for plated steel caps first and then go for Liandry or Bloodletter's Curse. You can do either one first, and if it is Aftershock Cassante, then you always do Bloodletters first. If not, you can mix it up between the two. But you will always do these as your 2 core items against him. If he buys Kanek Rookern, his short trades will be really annoying to deal with because of the regenerating shield. So you want to Q him as much as possible to not let that shield come back up. You can also try to make him go out of mana, but it will take an impossibly long time to do so. Once you get both Liandry and Bloodletters, you can finally start to fight him out. That 2 core should allow you to win almost every single 1v1. It can still be tough, but at least you have a very good fighting chance.
been slain. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Unstoppable. Has destroyed the turret.
This Renekton ended up taking teleport, so his kill pressure isn't as high. I think this is actually a pretty skilled matchup. He will mostly look to short trade into you by dashing in, using auto WQ, and then dashing away. You can actually buffer your pool just before his W stun hits, and he will be stuck in that W animation, which means you can pull him back and he can't dash out of it. But it has to be done basically instantly when you see him dash in. His all-in power is quite deadly, especially with his ultimate, but you can win it out if you also have your ulti up and you're on higher health. If you're both on full health, you should be able to win. Unless Renekton starts with like 50 plus Fury. His Empowered W does break your W shield, so you have to keep that in mind. One thing that you can do, if you know that Renekton is going to Empower W on you, is either to wait with your W shield, or you activate the W and then instantly reactivate it. It's better to heal for a bit than to just use your W shield and get it broken instantly. At least you gain a bit of extra health from the reactivation. Late game, you should be able to 1v1 him pretty reliably, unless he takes Blade of the Ruin King. That item is extremely threatening, but you should be able to still fight it out. I usually like to go Bramble Vest first into him, but in this game I didn't go for Bramble. You can also do Bramble Vest into plated steel caps, and that's also really solid. Riftmaker is a really big power spike in this lane, and it will help out a lot in the 1v1. Other than that, just make sure you perma Q poke him. Here on this second dash, he actually uses 50 Fury on it, which is a really big deal. I know that by the time I actually get to kill him, he will get another 50 Fury and be able to use his Empowered W. So I use the W reactivation so that I gain some health out of it. Should have flashed just a little sooner so that his first dash doesn't hit me. And that way he both dies and I live. Because he actually hit the E, he can use the second one and that ends up killing me.
But the strong die without fear.
I don't actually like this matchup at all, but I don't like to fight Fiora in general. It's all about the parry mind games, as well as playing around her vitals. You always have to pay attention to where the vitals pop up, and then always make sure that you don't give her a lot of vitals. On top of that, she can parry both your pull and your ulti, so you have to keep that in mind. You can try to ult her while she has her parry up, but there's a very high chance she'll block it. The way I try to do it is to use it at a timing when she won't really expect it. It might still happen, and she still might be able to block it, but it gives me a higher chance of actually being able to ult her before she uses her parry. I rush Bramblevest into her every single time, or else the lane legitimately feels unplayable. The first big power spike into her is Rylai's. Once you get that item, it is going to be so much easier to space around her. Her actual Q dash speed scales with her movement speed, so the slower she is, the slower her Q movement will be. This means that it will be more difficult for her to actually reach a vital, and thus she will generally deal less damage to you. On top of that, because you run approach velocity, you will have a lot more movement speed while you slow her down, making it easier to kite around her vitals, which means it should be easier to 1v1 her. She will most likely look to rush Ravenous Hydra and perma heal on every single wave. But if you have Bramblevest and Rylai's, you should be able to beat out her Ravenous Hydra spike. After that, I look for plated steel caps, and then it depends on what the enemy team is. Sometimes I will still build for Fiora, so if she buys something like a Maw, I can go for Bloodletter's Curse, but sometimes I can go for another item, like Zonya's or Nashor's Tooth, maybe finish my Thornmail. Depends on the comp, really, and how fed I am. In the hyper late game, she will murder you on side lane, so you never want to get there. You can team fight versus her, but make sure you always push out the side lanes first, or else she will melt the turrets. At full build, she will straight up dive you, unless you have Zonya's to use the stasis to buy time. Try to abuse your Rylai's power spike as much as you can into her. Here I was contemplating on whether or not I want to get the blasting one or the Giant's Belt. The Giant's Belt is the safer option and the blasting one is the greedy one. I end up going for the Giant's Belt and playing it safe.
Sacrifice and blood.
Even though 4 people came top lane, I did manage to make it a 1-for-1, and the enemy ADC got dove, so I don't really mind this. And I managed to get my Rylai's here, so I'm in a really good spot.
as darkness. They called us. Your fate is to
Initially, I wanted to go into Bloodletter's Curse here, but I actually end up going for Nashor's Tooth. I think it's pretty good into Yunara and Akshan specifically, and it's not that bad into Fiora. I want the melee DPS into both Akshan and Yunara, so it could help out quite a bit. It might have been better to go for something like Bloodletter's or Zonya's, or even a Ronduin because they have Akshan Yunara with crit, but I thought Nashor's could also work, and I do like the attack speed that the item gives.
does not need. I have conquered the demon, and thou none shall.
Should have used Zonya's right here, and I'm pretty sure I would have lived if I did. I didn't expect their follow-up burst, and that's on me.
Your team has destroyed the turret. You have slain has been slain. Shut up.
Your strength is mine.
You have slain an enemy. Double kill.
Thank you guys for joining me in this video. I hope you found the information useful, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully very soon.
I am favored by the gods and awaited in the Hall of Bones.